come on. You built like $100 million company. Like, let's poke fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Let's like take you down a peg or two. You're wildly successful, arguably one of the most of this group. Like, come, we don't need to be like, oh my God, I love your bags. Let's promote it. Yeah. Like, let's just have a little fun.
Virtual reality.
Jessel and Brynn from the Real Housewives of New York City. Danny and I are so excited to have you in our studio because, I mean...
This is our duo from the live show.
Yes, the dynamic duo.
Oh my God, Christmas.
And two fan favorites. I feel like a lot has happened since we saw you last in December. You obviously filmed a whole season of Housewives. It's about to premiere. How are we feeling? Good?
Do you have a puke bag? No, just joking. You do not.
We don't.
That is so on brand. If you guys didn't have like tissues, you just had like vomit bags.
Yes.
Yeah,
so on brand.
Kleenex and a vomit bag.
Yeah. No, just joking. No, excited. It's exciting because we filmed, a while back and like, a few months ago, and so now it's really exciting to see it all come to fruition. It's scary to watch it back, but nonetheless, it's exciting.
We're used to it now.
Now we're used to it. It's a little easier.
Season 14-1/1 was. It was, I mean, I think being like newbies, it was kind of like a little bit daunting to see like the process and what, this whole thing is about. And now we know, so we come prepared.
I love that you know how to prepare for a season of Housewives, but you don't know how to take a subway.
that was the best thing ever.
Let me just clarify. I do know how to take a subway, but I don't like it. Okay.
Correct.
I loved though when you were trying to say hello to strangers and Papa was like, please stop
like,
listening.
No.
You were staring at me. I was like,
You were just being polite. Honestly, it reminded me of like an episode of Simple Life. It was that funny.
Yeah.
I think I'm, that's a,
oh, that's that from me,
okay,
please.
He wears Paris in Cologne.
You were, remember, you're my Indian Paris Hilton.
Indian Paris Hilton. Who wants another baby? So you take the subway to Carol's Buns, and then you explain to Pavitt, we got babies on ice, and I'm ready to try and make this happen. I want a baby girl. She could be Beyonce. Are there any updates in that situation? Are we still trying? Are we still hopeful to expand the family?
So we're in the process of transporting my babies on ice from Rodeo Drive to New York, maybe Park Avenue. So they're going from one Shishi place to another Shishi place. But that's step one. And step two is actually like doing something with them. So we're in the sort of weeds of like figuring it all out.
And Brynn, you also have some babies on ice, which I feel a lot of people were so excited for this season to come because you were really vocal about that last year, and then you kind of are having this happen, which is very exciting. Do you have any? And I know my friends who do this hate when people ask them questions like this, so I'm apologizing.
It's okay. No.
Do you have an ideal like timeline where you want that to happen? Are you waiting for like the perfect guy to come into your life, or are you just kind of like, I feel ready to start a family?
So my cutoff is 40.
Okay.
That's my cutoff. I'm 38 now. My cutoff is 40 not because of any societal pressures. It's just more when I do the girl math about like how old I want to be when they graduate from college and and that sort of thing. I don't want to be super 30 some years old and have I don't want to be 90 and have like a 10-year-old.
You want to be young and fun and able to like keep up with them.
Yeah. So by 40, but I'm still hoping that like I meet that special someone and that I can use them. So okay.
Are we dating? Are we meeting a special
someone?
Okay.
We're trying to. It's hard out there. Did you just see that New York City got ranked the worst place to date?
And I can confirm it.
Right? Yeah, it is. It is. So
does anyone try to dissect why?
Every one of my friends who are married, they all say why. I'm like, you're just horny. Like, you're horny and you've been married. You're horny and you're bored. Trust me. All my friends that also like want to like flirt or whatever, I'm like, stay inside. Stay indoors. Stay in your, like, are they, stay married, stay happy. You don't want to come out here.
No.
You don't want to come out. It's like reaping out here. It's like, it's bad. It's bad. So, yeah.
I did love to hear that you shooted your shot with Lewis Hamilton and his DMs.
I know. Wait, and I messed up. I said Formula 1 because I was nervous. I actually met him at the U.S. Open.
Okay.
We were in an elevator door opened, and he was in the back, and I was like, oh, I won't go in. And then I didn't even see him at first. And then when you play that game, because there's a ton of people in the elevator, and I hear this like British accent being like, no, come in. And then I was like, no. And then finally he like pardoned. He was like, no, come in. And I was like, oh, he's so cute.
I mean, Nicole Scherzinger 2.0.
Oh, okay.
Sunset Boulevard, baby.
I can do karaoke.
Let's do it.
No, he's a cutie patootie.
Is he short though? He's short.
I've never met him. I don't know.
Oh, he's 5'3".
As Mimi said, everyone's the same height lying down.
Oh, okay. That's a
true.
word for
And also,
Mimi.
she
She's
knows
not
how to
wrong
use his
about that.
hands.
Oh,
You
very
guys
much
love the cards?
so. Very much so.
How do you hope he would reply to your DM though? Like, what's a way to sort of impress Brynn via DM?
God, that's hard.
And what
I
did
think
you-
immediately asking for my phone number. I'm not a big back and forth
Oh,
DM.
you want to get to the point.
Yeah. And I like, you know what I like? I like an impromptu FaceTime. It's
Oh.
like,
So if he does like a little Instagram FaceTime call, are you answering?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because you look like that.
Oh, no.
If I got impromptu FaceTime, they'd be like, it's Charlize Theron from Monster.
You're like, never.
I'd be like, what's happening here?
Oh my God.
Wait, the key is to like not answer the first one, run to the bathroom, do a quick little fix, and then be like, wait, I just woke up like this.
Okay, well, there you go. There you
How
go.
long does a quick little fix take, and what do you do?
I usually just put on concealer. I'm like obsessed with concealer. I have eyelash extensions.
Okay.
So like I do all the other things like Botox, whatever. So I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that much. Just concealer, a little lip gloss. Pinch your cheeks so you look freshly.
A little bit like,
You know?
Ooh.
Okay.
A little
Okay,
bit
I've done
flushed.
that too.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah, just a little flushed, and that's it.
I love that. Wait, and I also love because like you guys are always stylish and I think you both are ready for FaceTimes at any moment. Before getting into season 2, did you guys update the wardrobe at all? Because I mean, now you have like everyone's dream of a
Oh yeah.
second closet.
I know I have 2 closets.
I don't understand how that's real, but go on.
I'm just taking after all these girls. Okay, wait, what was your question?
Like, how did you guys like? Did you guys like splurge on some new looks? Like, what's happening? Like,
I
I just
share
love how
mine
people.
with my husband. She doesn't have to. She
You
has
share
her
closet
own closet.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm
Oh, you share
actu-
your closet.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not showing my
That's so
husband.
true. I was
I'm
like,
showing-
he has a lovely sweater.
I do like wearing guys' clothes though.
Yeah,
No, I don't
true.
think it was any different. You know what the one thing I love about our cast, and I think people will see again this year, is like we are like real New Yorkers, and we're not like. I haven't seen anything in any of the girls when we were filming or that they don't wear in like
Real life.
off camera. Yeah. So it's kind of the same, and we don't get like dressed up in a pageant gown to go get coffee.
There's no fashion
know.
roadkill, which is nice.
God,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
We're just too busy, and that stuff is frilly
Depends
and
on who you
ruffles, and no.
ask. Depends on who you ask. Next question.
I do want to just get your thoughts, reactions, reflections to the premiere. All 4 of us have seen it.
Yeah.
After y'all watched it, what are you thinking? What were your favorite moments? What were the tougher moments to get through? Did you fast forward through any
When is
moments?
this gonna?
After the premiere.
After. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, well, you wanna go?
I know, it felt like WWE for some people.
Yeah, it did feel like a wrestling match. It did. And it was funny, a lot of people told me like, oh, people are gonna come for you season 2, you had way too much fun. And I was like, no, we're not gonna come. Like, I'm like, still the only single one. Like, I'm just here to like hang out and make dick jokes. And it was like, boom, 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 out of nowhere. So it's hard to watch that stuff, but I think as the season goes on, I think people care about each other, and I think what goes around comes around. No, not in like that way, but like
That's a good running for office.
yeah.
And honestly, it's we just want to entertain. So while there are real like emotions involved in all of these things, I think essentially it's we want to try to keep it lighthearted, and it should be entertaining and fun to watch at the same time. So hopefully nothing too dramatic, ruffles feathers, but yeah.
I feel this is why I love y'all's cast so much, because it's problems that everyone has.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times I'll like be like silly, talking a little shit with my friends and
Yeah.
and then it comes around to everybody.
Yes.
You got called a call girl by Jeff Lewis too? Is that happening in your friend group?
I'm not on a high enough dose of Ozempic. Wait, but we need to get into that, because me and Evan watched that. We were like, we see why you were upset, not just with the context of it, but with the giggling nature of it.
It was just that, yeah.
And reliving that, how are you feeling?
So here's the thing is that like, first of all, like Erin came over prior to all the, and she like, I've never seen a friend truly so sorry. She came over like distraught. Abe was texting me. She showed up at my house after I uninvited her to my house because I was mad at her. Jessel's coming over. She showed up and she was like, I'm sorry. Like, she was sorry, right? Okay. But they think the thing is that like, even though, so when we say things, like words are powerful and they last regardless if you're sorry and regardless if that friend has forgiven you. So for me, since that, and she has, in that sense, as far as like forgiving her for doing it, of course, like, because she was so sorry. And she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. And, like, that's a tough question. And last year was really hard for us doing press and stuff. You just kind of go, you don't know what's going on. You kind of black out. Yes. I mean, come on.
Like on this podcast with the screens in front of you and you're like,
it's a lot. So I don't blame her. I think what I was upset about is that, like, when you say such you know, or go along with someone who's suggesting such grotesque things, that thing has stuck with me, and I people come in, you know, and be like, oh my god, don't worry, I don't believe it. I'm like, hi, complete stranger, what, you don't believe, you know? People like, I know that you actually have a real job. I saw your LinkedIn, like, so it's something that I kept dealing with. So most of the time I just deal with it. I don't send a mean tweet or angry text, Erin, but I think it just got to me at that point. So
where do you and Erin stand today?
I love Erin. I always love Erin. Even if I'm not happy with Erin, I love Erin always.
Okay. And are we both okay with Sai, because the premiere episode comes off hot? You and Sai are really cold because you guys are ice plunging, which I would never do.
I was cold as ice. I was like, you ice queen.
Yeah.
This is what you do for fun? Like, what the
I'm like, therapy and ice plunging. I'm like, that's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
Look, season 1 was really tough. I think that it really was like very mentally exhausting and emotionally exhausting, you know, to kind of like be, I don't want to call myself a victim, I wasn't, but like, you know, just to be targeted in the way. And I think when you watch yourself over, I mean, I know she certainly felt remorseful. And she was just like, I didn't actually recognize that person on the screen, you know? So you kind of have to like understand like where someone's coming from, and we definitely like spend a lot of time kind of, you know, dissecting like the why and the how and how do we move past it. So
and for you and Sai, because the first episode is very not fun at all, but
yeah.
she
not
does
Zen, it's anti-Zen.
she does give a confessional towards the end where she's like, I messed up my delivery, and because I shouted I'm in the wrong.
Is it just delivery though that's what's wrong?
What do you think it is that's wrong?
I think also, like, you can't say certain things. Like, yeah, I saw that too, and like I appreciate it. And again, I think, you know, I think Sai's really, really trying, and she's really trying. She is truly trying to change. I think, you know, and she talks about it as well. Because deep down, I do believe that Sai's a really, really good person, and like she's been through a lot. We've all been through a lot, and then we carry that into our adult life, and that's why we're all so close, but also then why we have such contentious moments. But yeah, that even too is kind of tough to hear, because it's like, oh, so you do actually double down on calling me 16 different things. You just think that you sent it via FedEx instead of UPS. Like, you still sent me a bomb, you know? So like, please don't do that.
She's all the Psych 101 terms on.
Yeah.
She did like admit and own up to talking about Jenna, so that's
you
nice.
saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So why am I getting yelled at? Yeah. Like,
that's okay, because that's what I get confused about.
It was like, yeah, I told people via text, I can't stand you. I told everyone, I don't like you, but it's like my birthday. F you, Brynn. You know, it's like, what? You know, here's my thing in life. It's like, I'm definitely the messenger, so I should get shot. You know, he's like, but I do just literally just say what I heard. You know, I did it with cheese. I did it with everything. I just maybe stop telling me stuff, people.
And I feel it kind of goes back to like what you're saying when how you want people to approach you in the DMs. It's like, let's not waste time. If like, you have an issue, instead of having to hear about it for weeks at a time from like Sai talking about Jenna, I'm like, just go talk to Jenna.
Yeah.
Right.
But even that, you'll see. You have to watch. You have to watch. It's funny. When you think it's like it all kind of melts together, but you'll. It's interesting what happens. You'll have to wait and see the plot thickens.
Jessel, I am a little curious to get your thoughts on the Dory disc, because we didn't really hear what you thought about that in the premiere.
Brynn served that up.
And why though? Why? Because it was when I walked into that thing, it was awkward. I can't have someone be like, again, I made something awkward. I'm like, dude, 48 hours, you did this, and you never apologized. That's, call me crazy, but maybe that's why things are awkward. Like, I don't.
I mean, Sai and Pavitt are, you know, not friends. I don't think that's a secret. And I think that, you know, after the reunion, Sai was still upset. And that's where it stemmed from. Listen, like, could she have said 1,000 other things about my husband, and did she decide to call him Dory, and was it okay? Like, no. But, you know, we don't care. Like, we're not gonna, like, we don't take things like that and let it affect us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dory's cute, right?
I love Dory. Dory's adorable.
I think it was the best movie ever. But also, this is why this is so hard, you guys, because it's like the timing. Like to Jessel's point, like it was 48 hours or something after the reunion, and that was a very raw reunion for Sai, and she was having to relive the months prior when Pavitt said some things, right? So it's like I'm not justifying that was one person with that, and it was none of my business, and I probably shouldn't even have grown up. But it's like when someone's like, "You made it awkward," but I'm like, I didn't make it awkward, but I regret bringing that up. But like, it's hard when there's so many where did it start?
Yeah, there were so many different things happening in the moment.
It's a lot.
It's hard to be a housewife.
It is hard to be a housewife.
Honey, it's hard out here. Honey, it's hard in these streets.
But I feel it's fun to be a housewife's brother who's really cute who gets to be on the show. Is he
yes. By the way, if I was single,
he's
my
cute.
God.
He's cute.
I'm like
like
dating her because he lives in
Yeah.
Seoul. Yeah.
I'm trying to get him to move back. No, he's amazing, and he's like protected me since I was little. He's literally my best friend. He's such a good guy. Like he's literally like the best man. I say sometimes I think the reason why I can't find a guy is because like I've been spoiled by my brother. Yeah. I mean, he listens to me. He's so kind. He's so patient with me. But then sometimes he'll be like, if I'm at the airport, he'll be like, carry your own shit. You know, like tell me my bag.
No.
But he calls me on my stuff, and he's just really, really kind and thoughtful. And his IQ is off the roof. He's a genius.
Like, spends so much time with all of us too.
Yeah,
like he genuinely I love him so much, and that's why I will go through the end of the earth for Brynn and like her brother, because they're as a duo they just like you just want to be around them. But like he is so attentive. He's like the perfect husband, sort of carved out.
And he loves all the girls. Like he's actually the good. Sometimes you call some people and they'll like egg you on, or they'll tell you. He's always just like, no, you love them, they love you.
Yeah,
it's so
he's a good egg.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your brother, really quickly before we wrap up, he bore witness to a pretty iconic moment when you made some Nordstrom Rack shades towards Rebecca Minkoff. We talked to Rebecca about it. She said she ironed things out with you. She figured it out. What's going on? I want to hear your side.
I think that I don't know. I think I need to. I'm a Bergdorf's brat, And sometimes I think that there were up until like 10 years ago, I would have died to shop at Nordstrom Rack, But I think that's super important, and that's something that in life, if you work hard enough, you can become a snob. So put in that hard work.
Aspirational. I want a Bergdorf brat summer. Sorry, Charlie girl. That's the one I want. Yeah.
I know. Can I get some gifts up in here?
Yeah.
But Rebecca's smart. She's an entrepreneur. She's built an empire. She does not take, hopefully, offense to.
I know. I only pick on people that can take it. Come on. You built a $100 million company. Let's poke fun. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's take you down a peg or two. You're wildly successful. Arguably one of the most of this group. Come, we don't need to be oh my God, I love your bags. Let's promote it. Let's just have a little fun.
Also, you made the joke to a straight guy. He doesn't even know what you're talking about.
He literally had no idea.
He has literally no clue.
I know Nordstrom Rack is, and I don't know what Rebecca
It was almost like you were workshopping the joke. It was
let
me try it out with him, see how it goes.
Which I do all the time, and he's like, pass.
I know.
It's not going to fly.
Okay.
It's I would probably do the same thing with Pavitt. He has no clue.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
Clue. Although he does know what Nordstrom Rack is, because sometimes he shops there.
I want to know more of the conversation when they cut to Pavitt, Darius, and Abe, and they're all, what were they saying?
Oh, can I hold my breath?
How long can you hold your breath for?
We're like, oh my God. While we're over there ripping each other's throats out, they're like, I can hold my breath longer, can you? I love that.
I wish I was born a guy. I swear to God.
It
is the best. It's so easy.
A straight guy.
Yeah.
It's not, we'd be over there talking
I
would want to be like a flamboyant, fabulous.
Oh, okay.
All right. I see that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. In our next lives, we'll just swap spots.
Yes.
Come on over to the dark side.
Yeah.
Do it.
Thank you so much. So
Thank
great
you.
chatting
Thanks,
with y'all.
guys. I adore you. Thank you.